Almost 50% of our parliament are women. Almost 20% are Māori, the Indigenous people of New Zealand. And our Deputy Prime Minister is a proud gay man and sits among several other rainbow parliamentarians. In the past 10 years, we have passed laws that include everything from the introduction of gay marriage and the banning of conversion therapy, right through to embedding a 1.5-degree climate change target into law, banning military-style semi-automatics and assault rifles, and the decriminalization of abortion. These are significant issues, and they have not been without debate and difference. But they are all examples of times where we have navigated times of deep change without, for the most part, leaving deep rifts. But we have also seen the opposite, whether it's democratic elections that erupt into violence or the COVID crisis emerging, and exposing mistrust of experts, institutions, and governments. Western democracies are seeing it and experiencing examples, and New Zealand is no different. On the 15th of March 2019, 51 people were killed in a terrorist attack on 2 mosques in Christchurch, New Zealand. The entire brutal act was live streamed on social media. The Royal Commission that followed found that the terrorist responsible was radicalised online. Now, in the aftermath of New Zealand's experience, we felt a sense of responsibility. We knew that we needed significant gun reform, and so that is what we did. But we also knew that if we wanted genuine solutions to the issue of violent extremism online, it would take government, civil society, and the tech companies to come together and change the landscape. And the result was the Christchurch call to action. And while much has changed as a result, important things haven't. The time has come for social media companies and other online providers to recognise their power and to act on it. But what is important here is just not what our young people learn, but how. In a disinformation age, we need to learn how to analyse and critique information. Now, that doesn't mean teaching mistrust, but rather, as my old history teacher, Mr. Fountain, extolled, to quote, understand the limitations of a single piece of information, and that there is always a range of perspectives on events and decisions. Our history shows us the importance of this, but so too does our present. You are and will always be surrounded by bias. You will continue to be exposed to disinformation. And over time, the noise you are surrounded by will probably only get worse. And perhaps that is why, when your own constitution was adopted, Benjamin Franklin was asked what had been created, and he replied, quote, "A republic if you can keep it." If you can keep it. Yes, diversity of voice in mainstream media matters. The responsibility of social media matters. Teaching our kids to deal with disinformation and the role we play as leaders, it all matters, but so do you. How you choose to engage with information, deal with conflict, How you confront debate, how you choose to address being baited or hated, it all matters. In the overwhelming challenges that lay in front of us and our constant efforts to reach into the systems, the structures, the power, don't overlook the simple act that are right in front of you. The impact that we each have as individuals. To make a choice to treat difference with empathy and with kindness. Those values that exist in the space between difference and division, the very things we teach our children, but then view as weakness in our leaders. The issues we navigate as a society, after all, will only intensify. The disinformation will only increase. The pull into the comfort of our tribes will be magnified. But we have it within us to ensure that that doesn't mean we fracture. We are richer for our difference and poorer for our division. Through genuine debate and dialogue, through rebuilding trust and information and one another, through empathy, let us reclaim the space in between. After all, there are some things in this life that make the world feel small and connected. Let kindness be one of them.